Now we're going to get a little bit more in depth on that with Dr. Ryan Martin. He's a psychologist who's researched anger specifically for more than 2 decades. He's also a psychology professor and associate dean for the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. What that means is he knows what he's talking about. So, Doctor, thank you for joining us.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me.
My first question to you is, why do we do things in a car toward other people that we would never do if we just saw them walking on the street?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, I think a big piece of what's going on does have to do with the perceived anonymity in those situations, that I think people feel like they can get away with things that they wouldn't be able to get away with otherwise. In some ways, it's sort of similar to how we see anger on the internet being as pervasive as it is. That anonymity encourages people to do things they wouldn't otherwise do.
What role does gender play in this? I wouldn't think that it would, but apparently it does.
Yeah, so there's been some survey research to come out recently that does say that gender plays a role. We see that males are more likely to lash out in all sorts of ways. That includes using their car as a weapon. It includes cutting people off and so on, in ways that females do not. It's worth noting, though, that this mirrors what we see about anger more broadly, that males tend to express their anger aggressively more often than women do.
And let me ask you this, too. If you're caught in this situation, whether it's you that's become very angry or somebody else that's driving near you that's become very angry, how do you de-escalate the situation? How do you calm yourself down? How might you de-escalate the situation with somebody else?
Yeah, I think taking each of those individually, I think when it comes to yourself, I think the first thing I'd say is embrace an identity as someone who wants to stay calm in these situations. I think starting from that perspective is really, really important. When you find yourself in those moments that get heated, take time to sort of back off, take deep breaths. Consider, depending on how heated things are, consider pulling over and getting away from the situation. My best advice to people, if you are caught up in a situation where someone else is angry, is that you simply should not engage with those drivers. I think backing away, getting away from that person, there's really no good that can come from expressing your anger on the road or engaging with an already aggressive person on the road.
Certainly a good idea. And again, he knows what he's talking about. That's Dr. Ryan Martin. He is a psychology professor. So thank you for joining us, Doctor.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.